Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be working on this 2003 Nissan Pathfinder. We're going to be changing the brake shoes and drums on the rear of this thing. So I'll show you how it's done, so come follow me. But before we head over there, I picked these parts up from Parts Avatar, so I'll put the link in the description, you can check it out. But yeah, let's head over there and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so I've done these already, but to make this video as quick and efficient as possible, to show you how to do it so you don't have to rummage through a whole 10-minute video of how I did this, I'm just going to show you how it all worked and how it should be done. I definitely did not do it this way because I didn't know, but this is how it should be done. So you notice on these new drums, and these old drums, that there's actually those holes there, they are threaded. So you can take your bolt, it's a 5/16 bolt, and thread it into there. There we go, now it's kind of in there. So thread them into there. You can see there, those are those two spots where they were. But if you thread those bolts into there and do it evenly, it'll push it right off of these shoes here. And it's gonna be very hard to take off. And the reason being, this is an adjuster right in here. You can see that adjuster there. So every time you press the brakes, this little thing pushes up on this little rotor here. So once you wear it off enough brakes, this thing actually pushes the calipers outward. And so as you're using brakes and as they're wearing down, it keeps them out far enough so that it's not a huge travel for them to use. So when you press the brakes, it's instantaneous. These rotors here, you can see there's a big groove in there, so took a lot to pull those pull it past those shoes because there's a ridge there, so those shoes were sitting inside that ridge. So it took a little bit to get off, and so that's why you'll have some trouble with taking yours off. And so yeah, that's how it works. When you put this all back together again, you're going to really tighten this thing back down again. When you put these new shoes on, you're going to need to crack that bleeder screw right there. In order for this thing to go back in, and you're going to need to go back in a little bit because the other shoes are wore out, so it'll be a little further out. You're going to need to push it in a bit, and a little bit of brake fluid's going to come out the back there. But that'll help you get these things on, and then this thing tight, and then it should in theory fit over top of there better than it did coming off. Enjoy the rest of the video as I show you how not to do it, but the best way definitely is to screw it into there. And if you can't, or it's not working for you, then you can do it the way I did it. But to take these shoes off, you just gotta take these out, push them in, twist them, that pops off. These springs all come out, and that spring comes out down there. Pins like this here, they stick through this hole, and they hold these shoes on here like that. And then there's this goes on there, or the spring goes on there, and there's this piece on here. You can see it's got that odd shape on the inside that goes around it, and then the spring pushes it up so that it doesn't move. But you have to push it down and then twist it and then pop it out. It's best to do these once you have these springs here. Once they are off, it's best to do those. And this here is your e-brake cable. Sometimes you can actually remove the brake cable. It might even be best for you too. So you take the spring, pop it up, and pops it out there. So now that you've pried that piece, where is it here? Here. You can see I pried it open and pushed it off. It's a little bit of a struggle to fight with. I'm trying to remember which way this thing goes on there. And it comes off. Now you're gonna grab your new brake shoes. You're gonna notice with these that one side looks different than the other. This side's a little bit of a thicker edge on it. This one's a little bit thinner of an edge on it. This thing only goes on these things on one side. And so you'll find out very quickly what side these fit on. So if This thing isn't on the right side. You probably have the wrong one of these. The wrong sides. There is a left and a right to just these shoes themselves. These ones here are universal. So I find that you're gonna have to put it on here, lay it down flat like this, and it won't fit on there very well, but you're gonna have to hammer that onto there somehow. So I just set it down, put it on there. I'm gonna put this this piece back on top of there. I'm gonna hammer it on. You're gonna take your pliers and squeeze them back together again. They're back together again just like that, so it doesn't come off. Same goes. Taking it off here, you guys see first. I take my pliers here. This is how I removed it as well. Take your pliers, push it on there, grab it. You're going to take your hand in the back and hold that thing in the back, that nail in the back there, and you just gotta match it. And that's what that looks like. So push it on there. To take it off, you gotta push it and twist this little metal cap here. You can see this thing twists while holding the bolt, this piece here in the back, so that doesn't move. And then there's slots that go up and down, and it goes through there. Maybe not too well, but you can see there's that groove there, right inside there, going horizontal, that thing is supposed to sit in, and it slides through the other way. There. Just like that, it stays in there. Just like that. It's done.